Question number 1. Which of the following pairs of linear equations has unique solution, no solution, and infinitely many solutions? In case there is a unique solution, find it by using cross multiplication method. Before starting the exercise, let us recall what is the cross multiplication method. As you can see on the screen that the most general form of a linear equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. As we proceed likewise on the screen, we get x by b1c2 minus b2c1 equal to y by c1a2 minus c2a1 equal to 1 by a1b2 minus a2b1. And finally, as we proceed like this, you can see on the screen that x will be equal to b1c2 minus b2c1 divided by a1b2 minus a2b1, and y can be calculated as c1a2 minus c2a1 divided by a1b2 minus a2b1. Now we have the equation 3x minus 5y equal to 20 and 6x minus 10y equal to 40. Here we can see that a1 is equal to 3, b1 equal to minus 5 and c1 equal to minus 20, and a2 equal to 6, b2 equal to minus 10 and c2 equal to minus 40. On comparing these ratios, we can see that a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is equal to 1 by 2, and c1 by c2 is also equal to 1 by 2. Since all the three ratios are equal, so the given pair of equations will have infinite solutions. The second equation is x minus 3y minus 7 equal to 0 and 3x minus 3y minus 15 equal to 0. In this equation, the value of a1 is 1, b1 is minus 3 and c1 as minus 7, and a2 as 3, b2 as minus 3 and c2 as minus 15. On comparing the ratios, we can see that a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 3 and b1 by b2 is 1. So as a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, so it indicates that the given equation has unique solution. Now we are going to solve this equation by cross multiplication method. You can see on the screen. Let us arrange the coefficients as you see on the screen. And after that we get x divided by 45 minus 21 equal to y divided by minus 21 plus 15 equal to 1 divided by minus 3 plus 9. And when we proceed further, we get x divided by 24 equal to y divided by minus 6 equal to 1 by 6. Now we equalize x divided by 24 equal to 1 by 6 and y divided by minus 6 equal to 1 by 6. And finally we get x equal to 24 by 6, that will become x as 4, and y equal to minus 6 by 6, that will become y equal to minus 1. So the value of x equal to 4 and y equal to minus 1. Question number 2. For which values of a and b does the following pair of linear equations have infinite number of solutions? Equation 1. 2x plus 3y equal to 7. Equation 2. A minus b x a plus b y equal to 3a plus b minus 2. First of all, let us convert these equations into a standard form. So we get 2x plus 3y minus 7 equal to 0 and a minus b into x plus a plus b into y minus 3a plus b minus 2 equal to 0, as you can see on the screen. It is given that the given system of equations have an infinite number of solutions. So the ratios, all the three ratios must be equal. It means a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So we should write 2 divided by a minus b equal to 3 divided by a plus b equal to minus 7 divided by minus under the whole 3a plus b minus 2. So we should equalize 2 divided by a minus b equal to 7 divided by 3a plus b minus 2 and 3 by a plus b equal to 7 divided by 3a plus b minus 2. On solving these two conditions, we will get two different equations. The first one will be a minus 9y equal to minus 4 and the second equation will be 2a minus 4b equal to 6. Now if we solve the above equations by cross multiplication methods, then we know that x equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on proceeds like this we will get the value of x as 5. Similarly, the value of y can be calculated as c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on solving finally we get the value of y as 1. So the value of x is 5 and the value of y is 1. As the value of x corresponds to a, so the value of a will be 5, and the value of y corresponds to b, so the value of b will be 1. So the value of a is 5 and the value of b is 1. Question number 3. Solve the following pair of linear equations by cross multiplication method, and the equations are 8x plus 5y equal to 9 and 3x plus 2y equal to 4. Let us convert this pair of equation into a standard form. So we get 8x plus 5y minus 9 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. On comparing the coefficients, we get a1 as 8, b1 as 5 and c1 as minus 9, and a2 as 3, b2 equal to 2 and c2 equal to minus 4. Now we arrange these coefficients in the pattern you can see on the screen and proceeds as x divided by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to y by c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equal to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now x can be calculated as b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on putting these values we get the value of x as minus 2, as you can see on the screen. Similarly, y can be calculated as c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on proceeds like these, as you see on the screen, the value of y will become 5. So the value of x as minus 2 and the value of y as minus 5, whatever we get by solving like this. Now we have a word problem. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted from each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? Let the marks for each correct answer is x and for each wrong answer is y, as the question says. Now let us take the case of Yash. As the question says, someone gets awarded 3 marks for each correct answer and deduction of 1 mark for each incorrect answer. So the equation will be 3x minus 1y equal to 40, as you can see on the screen. Now one question arises, why we put minus sign in the equation? Because there is negative marking for each incorrect answer. So the equation will be 3x minus 1y equal to 40. Similarly, in case 2, the equation will be 4x minus 2y equal to 50. Now we write the coefficients. From equation 1, the value of a1 is 3, b1 is minus 1 and c1 is minus 40. Why minus 40? Because from equation 1, the 40 comes to the left side of the equation. Similarly, the value of a2 equal to 4, b2 equal to minus 2 and c2 equal to minus 50. Now we are going to solve these equations by the cross multiplication method. The value of x can be calculated as b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on proceeding we get the value of x as 15. Now the value of y can be calculated as c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and on solving we get the value of y as 5. So the value of x is 15 and the value of y is 5. Now the question was, how many questions were there in the test? So on putting the value of x and y respectively, we get x plus y as 15 plus 5, and that will be equal to 20. So we can say that the total number of questions were there in the test was 20. Now we have another word problem from the exercise 3.5. And the question is, the area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. If we increase the length by 3 units and the breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. So, first of all, let us consider the length and breadth of this given rectangle as x and y units respectively. As we know that the area of rectangle can be calculated as the product of its length and breadth, so the area of rectangle will be x into y, I mean xy. Now if we reduce its length by 5 units, then new length will be x minus 5, and if we increase the breadth by 3 units, then the new breadth will become y plus 3. So the new area of rectangle, as the question says, the new area of rectangle reduced by 9 square units as the product of new length and breadth. So dear students, the equation can be framed as x minus 5 into y plus 3 equal to xy minus 9. On simplifying this, we get the equation 1, that is 3x minus 5y equal to 6. Now we are going to frame equation number 2. Let us read one of the statement in the question. It is given that if we increase the length by 3 units and the breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67 square units. So we can frame the equation like this, as you can see on the screen, that is x plus 3 into y plus 2 equal to xy, the former area, plus 67. So on simplifying this, we get the equation number 2, that is 2x plus 3y equal to 61. Now we are going to solve this pair of system of equation by cross multiplication method. So we should make the data first, that is from equation 1, a1 equal to 3, b1 equal to minus 5 and c1 equal to minus 6, as 6 comes to the left side of the equation. Similarly from equation 2, a2 will be 2, b2 will be 3 and c2 equal to minus 61. So as we know that the value of x can be calculated as b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So on putting these values from the above statements, we can get the value of x as 17. Similarly, the value of y can be calculated as c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and putting the values, we get the value of y as 9. So the value of x is 17 and the value of y is 9. So we can say that the dimensions of the rectangle was 17 units and 9 units.